Hey guys, this is Jess from Curse, and I'm here at SOE's buildings. You can see all of the devs working very hard behind us. And I'm here with Terry Michaels, the senior producer of EverQuest Next and EverQuest Next Landmark, who's going to answer a few questions for me about EverQuest Next Landmark. So, first of all, can you talk a little bit about how Landmark integrates with the rest of EverQuest Next?
Well, it really evolved as we were building EverQuest Next. We realized that we wanted to make a different kind of game, and it was going to require these tools that we'd never made before, we'd never used. And when we created these tools to make a voxel world where everything's destructible and players can do anything they want in it, we realized that playing with the tools themselves were fun. Right? So what we decided was we really wanted to open it up to the community and let them see how we worked and what we did and help us make a better game than we could make on our own. And so that's kind of how Landmark evolved from EverQuest Next. It's sort of the stepping stone. It's a game in and of itself. It's a full MMO with all the things that you'd expect. You know, all the social aspects, groups, friends, chat, reason to trade, you know, all those kinds of things. But it really is the basis of the technology that's going to be used to make EverQuest Next. So anything we can do, we wanted to give those to the players.
Great. So going back to some of the systems within Landmark, you had mentioned that you can build anything, you can, things can be destroyed. Can you tell me a little bit about the claim system that you guys have in place to prevent someone from trolling you and just completely wrecking your creation that you spent hours on?
Right. Well, we knew early on that was something that we were going to have to address. So we do have that claim system where you can go out into the world, you can find a part of it that you like, and then you can stake your claim there. You can put your flag down, and you actually control that portion of the world. At the beginning, as soon as you place it, you're the only person who can make any changes in it. But we have a very robust permission system where you can share those permissions with other people. So if you and I wanted to build something together, I could give you access to my claim, and then you could come on it and work just as though it was your claim. Or I can give you some access to add things or remove things, or different levels of access to it. And so I could open it up to everybody, but if I do, what you were saying is people are probably going to come in, somebody is, and try to destroy what I've done. So it's one of those things that it's on a person by person and case by case basis. But it'll be really good for players, I think.
Great. What sort of PvP or combat will there be in Landmark specifically?
So it's not in alpha. There's no combat yet there, but it will be coming. And it's going to start off with what we call environmental hazards. We released a video that we called the Chomper, where we introduced the Chomper. It's like a giant Venus flytrap that's stationary in the world, but will attack people who get near it. So perhaps in the game, they will be protecting something that you want to get access to, so you'll have to deal with those things by killing them or somehow avoiding them, maybe going around them if you can, things like that. And then we'll extend from that to having some of the emergent AI that we've talked about for EverQuest Next. That will be rolled into Landmark as a second phase to this, so that we'll have that sort of living, breathing world of things moving through the world in a very understandable, expectable pattern, so that it's not just a guy walking down the road and he's always walking down the road. So the things will change. There'll always be things for you to see and find out what's going on in the world.
Great. And how will players be able to interact with the NPCs? What other sorts of functions, besides the Venus flytrap that you mentioned, what other sorts of functions will NPCs perform? And also, will there be any sort of pet system in there that maybe pets could help sniff out resources or protect your creation or anything like that?
Well, so as we go along in through alpha and closed and open beta and beyond that, we'll be extending the functionality of the NPCs in the world and what they can do. Early on, we'll of course have things like merchants and things like that, so that you can sell resources for coin and use that as sort of a global currency in the game. But anything that you can imagine that you can do in an MMO that's out there, that is our goal. We will get there for Landmark where you're able to do that. But one of the cool things is that because you can build anything in the world, we also want to give you the tools to be able to use NPCs in your creations. So not in alpha, but you will actually be able to populate. So say you make a giant castle, you can fill it up with NPCs that have roles and do things and interact with players who come and visit your creations. Those are the goals for Landmark, and we will get there for them. It's going to be amazing to see what people do with it.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Once again, this is Jess from Curse here at SOE. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the game.